Hello, everybody, and welcome to this edition of the Unpopular Hour. Of course, I'm your host, Matt Clark. And sorry about that. I'm not feeling the best today. Man, I ate something for breakfast this morning, and it's just, boy, oof. I'm not sure what happened, but it hasn't been good thus far. But got a full day, got a lot to do. Got to go to Santa Fe this afternoon. Of course, our youth league starts tonight at Santa Fe Family Life Center. So, anyway, got some stuff that I've got to get done, and then the Thunder, of course, play the Lakers tonight. And if you don't know, the Thunder lost last night uh, to the Clippers, 127-105. Uh, the Thunder are now 36-37 and have fallen completely out of the playoff picture. I mean, we're now 11th, which means we're out of the play-in. As of yesterday, we had a home game, and today we're not playing at all. So that's why I was explaining how tough these next few games is. But this is going to fluctuate back and forth as long as we continue to win. And as I had talked about earlier, and I'm going to go over our schedule coming up, and I had talked about what we needed to do. Phase one was to win 2 out of our 3 home games. We accomplished that by beating the Brooklyn Nets, then losing on the road to the Raptors, and then coming back and beating the Suns. And then, like I said, the key was going to be phase 2 was the 2 games against the Clippers, then tonight against the Lakers, and then Sunday at Portland. And we'll go over that here in just a minute. But anyway, yesterday, you can see at halftime the score was 54-54. Part of what happened is that we were rolling and we got behind, and then we came back. We were down by 7 going the start of the second quarter, and then of course he started Isaiah Joe Wiggins, J-Dub, Jang, and Sark. And Sark is just not. He's just not produced. This is just not a team that he's really capable of playing against. And so the Thunder are battling back and forth. And then the Thunder were down 37-60-43 with 6:17 to go. And at this point, you had SGA, Dort, Wiggins. What a shock. Wiggins is in there. And then Robinson Earl and Waters. Thunder then cut it to 4 with 4 minutes to go. And you had SGA, J-Dub, Dort, J. Will, and still had Lindy Waters in there. And SGA just kind of took over. I mean, he just was just a monster, and he just decided that he was just going to will us to end that quarter. And if for some reason Josh did not see the floor the last 6 minutes, he decided to play Lindy Waters, which I don't understand. I don't understand that at all. I really don't. I don't. How do you have Lindy Waters in the game instead of Josh? Your second best player is on the bench, and you're playing a G League guy. I don't understand that. But what it ended up doing, Lindy made a dumb foul at the end. We were up 54-52 with 2 seconds to go. He fouls Russell Westbrook. Westbrook knocks down the 2 shots. And if you're watching Josh's reaction on the bench and his still like, why the hell am I not in the game? I was asking the same thing, why he was not in the game. But of course, our Thunder announcers, would they ever question anything, give you any reason to doubt what's going on? No, they're not going to educate you to what's happening in the game. They don't even know the difference between a push shot and a floater. So, I mean, how the hell are they going to tell you anything? It's just very frustrating to watch them. But anyway, 54-54, key moment. Then you come into the third quarter, and the Thunder are pretty much, we started out playing pretty good defense in the very beginning. And then all of a sudden, we got 2 and 1s in a row against them, or they got 2 and 1s against us. So 2 3-point play in the old-fashioned way, and that just started to seem to get them up. But with 61, it was still 61-64. Even after they picked up their third out of 5 possessions, they picked up a third and 1. But it was still only 61-64, and the Thunder battling back, and then with 2 minutes to go, the score is 76-78 in the third quarter. And he takes SGA out. And you remember, if you've watched the Thunder, SGA always plays the whole first quarter and always plays the whole third quarter. And then finishes out halftime and finishes out the fourth. But for whatever reason, with 2 minutes and 40 seconds to go, we're down 2, 76-78. He takes SGA out. They go on a 14-4 run. 14-4 run. I I'm like, what are you doing? Once again, he's over his skis. I've said everything you wanted to say. I've told y'all over and over and over. Then you come out in the fourth quarter, you get J-Dub, Isaiah Joe, Lindy Waters, Olivia Sarr, and Jang. That's what you start the fourth quarter with, down 80-92. Remember, 2 minutes and 40 seconds to go. It was 76-78. You take out your best player out of the game to close out the quarter to keep you close. Instead, you pull him out, they get hot, and it's 80-92 at the end of the third, 14-4 run. And we just never caught up after that. Just never caught up. We tried to get within 7, but every time they do it, they just knock down a 3. You can't get up. And I even heard Michael Cage talk about, the refs and shooting. And I was like, dude, we're down 22. It's not the officials when you're down 22 points. The officials have zero to do with it. Don't blame it on officials. Put it where it belongs. Put it where it belongs. But, of course, they did not do that. So that's my guy, Drew Hinton of Husker Drew Picks.com. What's up, bro?
Man, just, getting geared up for this Laker game tonight.
Yeah, we're going to get there in just a second. But anyway, so you look at the Thunder from halftime to the end of the game.
Buddy.
The Clippers were 6 for 14 and a half. They ended up being 18 for 37, which meant they went, 12 for 23 in the second half. The Thunder were 8 for 20 for the first half in threes and ended up going 5 for 19. They shot 50% the first half, 56% the second half. The Thunder were 46% the first half, 44 went down. And then when you look at rebounds, we had a 4-point lead, and then it went down. It ended up being 2. We had a 10-point lead in points in the paint, and ended up with an 8. And they were just killing us in the paint, Drew. Just killing us.
Yep. That's your favorite stat, the pips.
The pip, points in the paint, dude. It makes all the difference, bro. And, but the thing is, with 2 minutes and 40 seconds, remember you were talking about the Thunder were getting ran. I'm like, what are you talking about? Because I'm watching Bally's.
You must have just looked at the score.
Well, no. I'm watching the team game on Bally's. So Bally's was way behind what you were saying because it was 76-78. I'm like, what are you talking about? And then that's when he snatches SJ out and they go on a 14-4 run. And I'm like, you're down 2 with 2 minutes and 40 seconds. You got the best closer, second best closer in the NBA. And he always plays the first and third quarters. And you take him out and they go on a 14-4 run, Drew, and it was over. And then by the time you told me that, and I look up and I fast forward and they're just killing us. I said, wow. So once again, the dude is over his skis. He's just not going to get it done.
I actually, the reason why I really liked the Clippers last night, I kind of feeling that their bench guys would play, kind of like whenever LeBron is out, those bench guys of the Lakers play so much better, with Paul George being out. Yep. I'll do that. All those other guys, role players, would play better.
51 points they scored, Drew.
Yeah.
I mean, they were just, but Drew, you can't, my frustration with the Thunder is this. Dude, you go ahead and you play SGA, which is fine because he was looking for the knockout punch. But you and I had talked about why don't you not rest SGA and then try to go full strength against the Lakers with him having 2 days rest. And you and I had talked about that, but the Thunder went for the knockout punch thinking, okay, Paul George is out. And you called it. You're like, hey, bench role players. And they did not take that into account. But the bottom line was 76-78. And you pull that.
A huge win for the Clippers, too. That's a big win for them.
Yeah, well, Drew, when you look at this is where it is now. When you look at the NBA playoffs, okay, the Clippers are now sitting solely in fifth place at 39-35. Phoenix is 38-34. Okay, so that system in the Golden State is 38-36. So it was a huge win for them, and the Thunder went from 7th, Drew, to not in the playoffs.
To 10th.
No,
to 11. Now they're 11th.
Yeah, we're not in the playoffs right now. You went from hosting a home game.
They lose again tonight. Boy, then it really puts a lot of pressure on you to win at Portland.
Well, if we lose tonight, we will be behind the Jazz.
They're 6-point underdog tonight too.
Yep. So when you look at that, Drew, we're at 11th. The Jazz and us have the same record, but we have the advantage over them. And then the Trailblazers. So you lose that tonight, you're already in 12th. It's just, and then that's a must win. But I did.
Boy, if you drop that one at Portland, you're in trouble.
Yeah, well, here are the next few games coming up. Here's the Thunder schedule. Okay, you play at the Lakers tonight, and then at the
That's a
Trailblazers.
loss.
And what I said was with the Thunder, the phase one when we started this run, I said they have to win 2 out of 3, the 2 out of 3 home games. They got that done.
Mm-hmm.
Then you got a 4-game stretch, which is part 2, which is the 2 games of the Clippers, the Lakers, and Portland. You have to go a minimum of 2-2. You got to go a
Mm-hmm.
minimum of 2-2. If you don't get that done,
Yep.
you're in trouble because then your 2 easy games, if you want to call them that, Tuesday and
Yep.
Wednesday night against the Hornets and the Pistons, then those are kind of irrelevant. But if you can win, if you can go 3-1, which I don't know, I don't think they're going to beat the Lakers tonight. I really don't. But the possibility is we can. But I just don't.
Well, you're playing the Lakers on a Friday night. Playing the Lakers on a Friday night.
They're on one. They got to
in
rest.
LA.
We're back to back.
They're
They've
on a
rested.
rest. Must win for the Lakers too.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So they're going to be firing on all cylinders.
Well, because the Lakers are sitting at 10th right now. They're all.
Yep.
This is how it is. The Mavericks are 36 and 37 at 8th. The Pelicans are 36 and 37 at 9th. The Lakers are 36 and 37 at 10th.
Yep.
The Thunder are 36 and 37.
It's crazy how this thing's going to come down the last couple of games. You're going to have these seeds. That's what's really going to be interesting to watch from a gambling point too. Is where do these teams want to fall, and if they're in the playoffs or the play in, who do they want to play? In the play in will require if they want to win or lose these last few games.
Well, see, the whole thing when you look at the Thunder schedule, the Blazers are basically out. I mean they can get in, but they're basically out. So you got the Lakers who are right there. The Hornets and Pistons, you got to win those, and then the Pacers, Drew, are sitting there on the outside. So you've got to win that game, and then you have the Suns sitting right there, right in the middle of it, and the Suns are fighting for position against the Clippers. So you don't really have anywhere in there. Then you have the Warriors sitting there. They're fighting for position. The Jazz are fighting for position to stay up with us. And then you got the Grizzlies fighting for the 2nd seed versus the 3rd seed. So it doesn't get the Thunder schedule. You've got to win games. But there should be at least 4 wins, 5 wins you got to get, Drew. And that's the Pacers, the Blazers, the Hornets, the Pistons. Those 5 you've got to get.
Yeah, and I think that the one that may be the hardest might be the Pacers.
Yep, because it's on the road, and the Pacers we don't match up well.
And the Pacers can score. Right. They got scorers on their team, and that'll be a track meet.
But Drew, it's going to depend on this coaching staff and who the hell they play. I mean, it's going to come down to it. Your lineups are going to mean everything coming down the stretch. And my point has been, this is playoff basketball for the Thunder. It's playoff basketball for the Lakers. It's playoff basketball for the Suns and the Warriors and the Grizzlies. It's playoff basketball for all of them. You can't be sitting back playing 12 guys.
I'm really going to have to sit and look, when it comes down to these last 3 or 4 games, who these teams, where if they're winning or losing, who is the better matchup for them in the playoffs, if it's beneficial for them to win or lose. I mean, it's going to be tricky. I mean, don't be gambling on the last 4 games of the year. I mean, just go to HuskerDrewPicks.com for fun only.
Yeah, exactly. Because you were, 4-2 last night?
Yeah, I had a good night last night. Boy, Tennessee cost me. If that would have come on through, boy, they just folded. Like, what did we talk about 2 days ago?
Yep.
Those guys go into slumps where they don't score for 10 minutes.
Yep, and they couldn't do that against Florida Atlantic, and they talked about that. But we'll talk about that in a minute when we get there.
K-State, big last in the Big 12, probably going to be in the Final Four.
Yep, well, we'll get to them in a minute. But anyway, I'm sitting there looking at it, and here's my problem with the Thunder is that right now you have got to narrow down your play deal. Because 2 times last night, SGA is ready to drive to the basket. Robson Earl Josh. Robson Earl comes right into it. Josh has to stop. And I'm like, dude, you're playing guys who aren't used to playing together. You have got to do that because he didn't know what he was doing, and they don't know what each other's doing because they haven't played together. You have to play the guys together who know what the other person's doing because they played together. That's what you've got to do. And my other problem is I like Lindy Waters, and I'm tired of beating on him about it, and I feel bad about it. But look, you've got to play your starting 5 plus Isaiah Joe and Aaron Wiggins. Aaron Wiggins is your best perimeter defender, and you're playing a guy who can't defend over a guy who can. They know what each other's doing. The team rises up every time he's in the game, but yet you tend to play that. Then you play Lindy Waters because this is my thing, Drew. That's got what our coach is saying. Is he'd rather have Lindy Waters on the court than SGA, Josh, Dort, J Dub, Isaiah Joe, and Wiggins. That's what he's saying. But how do you not play your second best player for the last 6 minutes of a quarter, Drew, in a crucial game?
Yeah, I don't know, man. This guy, he does some things that like he's screwy. That like they just don't want to, like they don't want to just put the pedal to the metal and secure a playoff seat. I don't know what it is.
Well, Drew, I said it's one of three things. It's one, the Thunder management has told him, we're trying to win, we're trying to lose without saying we're trying to lose.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, who's really pulling the strings behind the scenes?
Right.
Because they sure act like they don't want to close it out.
They really do. But, like I'm saying is 3 or 4 draft picks could matter, but you have draft picks to move up in the draft. So what's the difference between drafting 16th and 21st?
Yeah.
Is it really big?
Nothing.
And
with all the picks they have, that they really want somebody, they can
move up. Yeah. So I'm like, why would you not want to have a home playoff game when everybody knows you're going to expect you to make the playoffs next year?
Yeah, that's a big home court advantage for Oklahoma City, too, in that play-in game, having that home court advantage in Oklahoma
City. Yep, 18,000, it'll be it will be rocking in that bad boy, I promise you. So, but anyway, so that just frustrated me. But anyway, Drew, it's one of three things. It's either the Thunder coaching country's management has said, hey, lose without trying to lose. B, hey, you're guaranteed a contract next year. Don't worry about it. Just do whatever you want to do this year. Play whoever you want to play this year. You're coming back next year.
Yeah, play the young guys and not really make it look like you're trying to get some guys some experience.
Whatever you want to do. Or the third thing is you're over your skis and you don't know how to do it because.
Yeah, I mean, to me, I just don't see the advantage of Oklahoma City trying not to make a run in the playoffs. This is the year to do it.
Yep.
I mean, you could honestly, legitimately, they can win a first-round series. Yep. And then they could go to 5 or 6 games in a second-round series with somebody. I mean, giving you never know, you know?
Well, if it's Memphis, if it's Memphis or the Kings, the Thunder can match up well with both of them, okay? Now, like you talk about us and the Nuggets, if we're AC, then, you're –
don't look good. Yeah, the Nuggets are a bad matchup for Oklahoma City.
Bad. So you have a chance to really do something, and I don't understand it. And my third thing, I just don't think –
And the fans here deserve it, too, because they've been terrible for 3 years. Yeah. So it's time to give the fans a little something to hold on to and maybe boost your season ticket sales next year.
I'll tell you what, like I said, if the Thunder win, get in the playoffs, the season tickets will go through the roof next year. And
I agree.
And so I just don't understand it. But Drew, my thing with him is G League coaches, what is their job? Their job is to elevate young talent to get them ready for the next to go up to the show, right? That's their job.
Right.
Now, this guy in the last 3 years has done that, has elevated the talent. Now, the problem is now that they're there, he doesn't know how to – he's continually trying to develop. Dude, it ain't develop time. It's time to put everything in place. You've got it now. Play your 8 guys. Get us in the playoffs. So what if you lose a first-round matchup? Okay, you made it. You had 3 home games. Okay. And then, but yet you're continuing to play like Robinson Earl. Love him, but ever since he got hurt, he's not ready. Lindy Waters should not be seeing the time of day. You need to be playing those 7 guys, and then between Sark and Jang is not. Did you see him last night, Drew? He was nervous as a cat last night. I'm like, dude.
Did you ask me if I got to see the Thunder game last night?
Oh, that's right, you didn't. I forgot you don't have Baileys. But, dude, my thing with Baileys is, man, that's why they're going under. But anyway. So, in NBA news, or NBA the scores last night, Drew, I was sitting there watching the scores. Okay, you got the Knicks and the Magic. And who cares, really? I mean, the Magic beat the Knicks. The Knicks are slowly starting to fade there a little bit, bro. Slowly starting to fade.
And you know what's crazy? I was thinking about the Magic the other night. I mean, they've been bad for a long time. They got it. I mean, it's been 10 years since they've been any good.
Yep. Well, they get rid of all their players as they get good. I mean,
Yeah.
Sabonis, they sent him to us, and
I
Sabonis
I don't
played.
see how they. I don't see how they keep a team. Honestly, I mean, I would think that if someone was to move out of the city, it may be Orlando.
Yeah, well, the whole thing is that those people, once you have an NBA team, you want to hold on to it. You're not going to get another one.
Yeah.
Orlando's not going to get another NBA team. The Thunder will never get another NBA team. You got to hold on to your team if you get one. There's only 30.
Right.
The Cavaliers and the Nets, the Cavaliers won 116, 112 on the three at the corner. How about Donovan Mitchell missing the free throw to tie the game, getting his own rebound from the free throw, missing the putback, getting another, missing the tip in, and then missing the putback. And then they knock one down from the corner. Unbelievable. Hornets and the Pelicans, 115-1-96. The Pelicans are coming, man. And they're getting Zion back, the end of next week?
Yeah.
They're coming. But, Drew, like I said, when we lost to the Pelicans and the T-Wolves, I said on my show after the storm, those were two huge losses, that games we should have won. Those are going to come back to bite us, because now, if you win those games, guess what you're doing against the Timberwolves and the Pelicans? Guess what? Then all of a sudden, you're still in the playoff hunt. You're sitting in front of the Mavericks at 8. But you lost those games.
Yeah, the Pelicans, and I like the Pelicans if they made the playoffs. Obviously, I don't want to get them in front of the Thunder, but they're easy mark for the Lakers.
Yep. And then you got a full slate today. You have the Pacers at the Celtics. And the Celtics, what do you think about that?
I think the Celtics are going to run them.
Yep. And then you got the Spurs at the Wizards. Is anybody going to watch that?
Boy, that'd be tough.
How about Jordan wanting to sell his majority interest? How about Jordan wanting to sell his majority interest?
Yeah, did he? And for what? 1.75 billion profit?
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it?
That guy just knows how to make money, don't he?
Yeah, I just think he's 60 or 61. I think Jordan is just over it.
He's tired of it. He just wants to go play golf.
I think that's all he wants to do is go play golf and hang out with his girls.
I don't blame him. I mean, it's tough to win in the NBA, especially in a small market.
Yeah.
I mean, Charlotte, and Oklahoma City, and Orlando, and those small market teams. I mean, if you don't, I don't think it takes 100% of his time either. I think he's doing other shit, and he just doesn't really care.
Yeah. Well, the whole thing is, with Charlotte,
he's so competitive that he hates losing, and he's about done with it.
But Drew, they've been terrible drafting. They've been horrible drafting. And the Thunder have been drafted well, because now this big three that they have is not as good as the three that they had previously with KD, Harden, and Westbrook. But he didn't draft SGA. We traded for SGA, but he did draft Josh and J-Dub. So you have a good three, but now you need a coach to get them there. So Pistons at the Raptors. Man, the Raptors they should get that at home, you would think, right?
Yeah, they should.
And then the Rockets.
Where does Toronto sit in the East standing?
Toronto is 9th, 35 and 38. The Hawks are 36 and 37 at number 8. And the Nets, if you can believe that, are number 7 at 39 and 34. Now, they're still riding off of KD and what KD did when he was there before he left.
Uh-huh.
But I'm going to tell you
I think Toronto's a sneaky team in the East.
Yeah, they really are. But I'm going to tell you who's sneaky, dude, is the 76ers. Boy, they are 9-1, and the big fella's been rolling, bro.
I mean, those are my 76ers. You know that.
Yeah, they are rolling, man. Hornets and the Mavs. Well, first of all, you got the Rockets and the Grizzlies. And the Grizzlies.
Yeah, I would think the Grizzlies will roll. Rockets are
terrible.
Just mailing it in. Should be point night.
Yep. Hornets at the Mavs. Man, the Mavs got to win.
Mavericks need that win.
They've got to win.
Mavericks are going to jack around and not make the playoffs. I was giving our boy Andy Mills a hard time last night. I was like, you guys are not going to make the playoffs.
I mean, Drew, their schedule is not that easy going down the stretch. I mean, they have, what do they have? The Hornets today at home. Then they've got to go to the Hornets, so that should be 2 wins for them. Then they've got to go to the Pacers, and then to the 76ers, and to the Heat and to the Hawks. God dang.
I mean, if the Mavericks don't make the playoffs, are they the most disappointing team in the league
Yep.
besides the Lakers?
Yep. But Drew.
Because I mean, Lakers got injury issues, but Mavericks, for the most part, pretty healthy.
Yep.
I mean, it's not like they've missed Luka a couple games, but for the most part, those guys have their lineup.
Well, trading for Kyrie may not have been the best thing in the world, so it seems like that trade hasn't really manifested yet. But you got to think about this, Drew.
Right.
They've got to play at the Pacers, at the Sixers, at the Heat, at the Hawks, and then have the Kings at home in their next 5 games.
Yep.
They could go 1-4 easily.
Yep.
Or, so they've got to do that.
If they go 1-4, they ain't making the playoffs.
Right, they go 1-4, they're screwed. They've got to go 3-2. But then they close out with 2 home games against the Bulls and the Spurs.
Yeah, I just keep harking back to that freaking 28-foot player they put up to beat the Lakers. Because right now, how big is that game for both those teams? So that shot goes down.
Yep. It's just a huge
difference. The Lakers would be sitting at 5th or 6th, and the Mavericks would be on the outside looking in, and the Thunder would be in the playoffs.
Yeah, well, the Lakers would be 6th or 8th right now.
6th.
And they'd be 8th. They'd be 8th because they would be 30. They'd be 37 and 36. So
right.
they would.
Mavericks would be
no, they would
500.
be 6th. You're right. They'd be 6th.
Yeah,
They'd 7th. They'd be 7th because. The Timberwolves are 37 and 37, so the Lakers would be 37 and 36, so they'd be sitting in 7th.
Well, what a great, everybody hated this play-in, but what a difference it's made in
viewership, everything, interest
at the end of the year for NBA.
Yep.
I mean, whoever came up with that, I'll give them kudos. I didn't like it at first, but I'll give them a little pat on the back because there's no tanking. Down the stretch here.
No, you gotta fess up. Then you got the Bucks at the Jazz tonight. We gotta have the Bucks.
Yeah,
the Bucks gotta
win. Utah there. I like Utah in that game.
I know, but you like it for gambling, but I'm just saying that we have to have Utah lose. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we do.
Lakers gotta have him lose. The Thunder have to have him lose. You gotta have them lose. You gotta have the Bucks.
And the Bucks really don't need to win.
They don't. Yeah, no, they're sitting pretty, but still, the Bucks. Drew,
where are they at on
the Bucks?
How many game
the
leads
Bucks only have a 2.5 game lead.
Okay,
2.5 over the Celtics, 3 over the Sixers. Yeah,
because the Bucks won home court advantage. They don't want to have to go to Philly for Game 7.
And right now, overall, they have a 4-game lead over the Nuggets for the overall best record. So yeah, they want to win.
4-game lead.
Yeah, they want to win.
Yeah,
they want to win. 76ers at the Warriors. The Warriors are at home. I don't know if they can even get that at home with the 76ers because the 76ers are rolling right now. You know what I mean? They're trying to win, so we shall see. Bulls and Trailblazers, nobody really cares. Suns at the Kings, Drew.
That's a big game.
Yeah, because the Suns right now have the Kings have a 5-game lead over them.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, the Thunder and the Lakers have the exact same record. So that is going to be really ugly. So it's going to be crazy. Well, let's go ahead and take a quick break. And then we're going to come back and talk about you give your picks and then talk about the NCAA brackets. We're going to thank Collaborative Logic for those guys keeping me up and running and getting us going. If you have any needs for any computers or software, or networking, they can do all of that. And plus, the beautiful thing is they can remote in and don't have to worry about coming into your office and disrupting the flow if you need that done. SRB, if you have any engineering, surveying, or planning, they are the peeps for that. Oak Grove Trucking and our guy, Jose Fierro.
Jose!
Yep. Max and Greg and Max Nafee at NAFCO, thank them for the support. And last but not least, YNB, family owned and operated since 1912.
The bank that make things happen.
Yes, they do. They're an equal housing lender, member of the FDIC, and they're a proud sponsor for us to go out and do remote live streams at Black, minority, and women-owned businesses in the Oklahoma City area. You can pre-qualify online at www.ynbok.com. That's www.ynbok.com.
It's about time. We're about to do for a remote.
Yeah, that's next Thursday, a week from yesterday. Remember, we do it a lot.
We do to get back out on the road. The playoffs here. We need to get back over to Dez. I need some fried chicken.
That's next. That's we'll have to do it on a Thursday then. Fried chicken.
Mm-hmm.
They have wings Wednesday and fried chicken Thursday.
Although, I mean, I can go to Ned's anytime and get those O-rings. Get
Yeah.
those O-rings with a little special seasoning.
Yep, and the ring and the wings. You can do that anytime, but they're $1.50 on Wednesday. That's their special. So
I may
anyway,
have to pull up in the Ned's on Sunday for that brunch.
it's not bad, bro. It's really tasty.
We're just giving them a couple plugs today. I haven't been on that much lately. I got to give my Ned's plug. I've been thinking about him.
Well, you missed the last 2 times I've been there. You missed.
I know it.
So
And then I can't get a guy to bring me any to go.
I'm not driving to Yukon, man. Well, you're not Yukon, but you're way the hell out there. Plus, at 3:00, I've got to go train kids, so I can't do that. So anyway,
I see how you are.
Yeah, I know I'm like that. Now I go take some burn-ins to your mom, though.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's you can pre-qualify online that. But hey, they're a personal bank, so go into the main bank at 401 Elm and see Nathan Taylor, Joe Horn.
Yeah, I just talked to Nathan today. Boy, I tell you what, he's on it. So he's down there today. You want to go see him?
Yep, he's there. So go see them, or you can go to YNB East, which is 66 Highway 66 in the Yukon Parkway. The YNB Mustang location, 218 North Mustang Road. They're in Mustang. YNB Parkway, which is I-40 and Garth Brooks Boulevard, right in front of the hospital, right across from Louis. And then the one that I always go to, go over and see my boy Eddie, is YNB Peoples on 23rd between MacArthur and Rockwell. So that's my spot. Okay, now Drew, on fire yesterday. We got a full slate of games today, bro. God dang. You got Texas -4.
Yeah, and I like Texas a lot tonight. They get to go back to Oklahoma City or Kansas City, where they just come off just pummeling everybody in the Big 12 tournament. So they should be in the friendly confines there. And Xavier's run. Boy, I tell you what, old Sean, he struggles in the Sweet 16 and grade 8. So I think that Texas, it's a good spot for Texas tonight. That's a short number, too.
Yep. And then San Diego State +7 taking the points.
Man, I like that game at the first of the week. And, boy, I tell you what, all these talking heads on TV have almost talked me out of it. But I'm going to stick with my first instinct. Stay with San Diego State and that under. And I don't know. I'm looking for some distractions out of that Alabama program. So we'll see what happens.
Yep. And then Princeton at Creighton. This is going to be a tough deal for Creighton because I don't think they're used to a team like Princeton. But the thing to beat Princeton, you have to get out ahead of them. If you get behind them, you're in trouble.
Yep. And Creighton can shoot it.
Yep.
So and they got the big 7-footer is going to give Princeton some trouble. That kid's good. He can play. He can shoot it. He can shoot free throws. He's good around the goal. He can block shots. If he gets going, he'll get Princeton fit.
I agree 100%. So you're taking the over in that and 140.5.
Yeah. Well, I think if you like Creighton, well, I don't really like Creighton -10 in that game, but I think that's too many, especially in the tournament. But I think that you're going to see a lot of threes get hit in this game. I think you're going to see these teams go up and down. Princeton's not scared to get out and run, and Creighton, they average about 80 a game. So.
Yep. Then Miami and Houston over 138. That is a low number, isn't it?
Yeah, I said that too. To me, both those teams can score. Miami's got guards that can go, and I think Houston wins that game. But I think you're going to see a lot of points scored in that game. But I could be wrong. I mean, it's down there for a reason. But I think Houston's going to get out and run. I think Miami's not going to be scared to run with them because that's the only way they know how to play.
100%. I agree with that. They don't know any other way. But let's go down. They're
going to roll it out there and go. And if the threes are falling, Miami's going to be in it. If they're not, they'll get beat pretty bad.
Yep. San Diego State and Bama under 135. So you think there's going to be a slugfest?
Because I like San Diego State and those points, I like the under. I mean, I think the only way San Diego State wins the game is they're going to muck it up. They're going to slow it down. They want that game to be in the 50s.
That force them to do things. I agree 100%. Now, NBA, the Lakers -5.
Yeah, not a good spot for Oklahoma City tonight. They're
No.
coming off a back-to-back, just got pummeled. Lakers, a couple days rest, looking must win for the Lakers. Friday night in LA. I mean, all those things point to not a good sign for Oklahoma City tonight.
Yeah, I think
But
it's going to be real hard for them. Hard for us. And then plus,
and they
Drew.
might be just hanging their hat on having to go. Then they got that must win at Portland. So that I don't know how much effort they're going to put into this game tonight.
Yeah,
but
and
we'll
then
see.
I'm looking at it, and it's under 232. Can't spell thunder without under, right? 232 and a half.
Yeah, I like the under. I like the
under?
under in the game tonight too. Lakers defense, since they made all these roster changes, is fourth in the league.
Yeah, it's amazing how to know Westbrook and what happens, huh?
Yeah, isn't it? And no LeBron. So you don't have a ball hog and a guy who just can't perform under pressure on your team.
Yeah, just throwing the ball, doing crazy
Speaking
stuff.
of Westbrook, did you see that? Did you see him and SGA last night?
Yes.
What was Westbrook doing? I mean,
well,
SGA looked at him like, man, we ain't boys.
No, you're not. Well, because SGA is like, look, dude. Well, the problem is SGA is the man now. And remember when Russell left, he was still the man in Oklahoma City. Now SGA is the man. Okay, and I think that Russell and the way his mind thinks, I think that he is butthurt and upset because Oklahoma City loves somebody besides him.
He was trying to dap him up, and SGA wanted no part of it.
Well, SGA, we're trying to win, bro. What the hell you doing?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to win.
Being a goof like Westbrook is.
Yeah, but remember what the score was at that time. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, but SGA, I'm agree with you. SGA is looking at him like, man, what? We don't hang. What the hell?
Yeah, I don't know you. I mean, I do know you, but I don't know you. We ain't boys.
No, we don't hang. What is your problem?
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, then you have the Celtics minus 12.
Yeah, I like the Celtics tonight. They need to start putting some wins together. They come off a big win the other night on the road. I look for them to play well tonight.
Yep. The Rockets.
Not really a whole lot in my madness there. Again, Friday night in Boston, coming off a big road win, bad spot in there. So I don't think that's not.
And remember, the Celtics are chasing. They're 2.5 back. And
that's what I'm saying. You got the Bucks on the road tonight. Celtics can make up a game.
Yep.
If they can win that game.
Yep. So it's and they're so funny. This is what the Celtics have down the stretch, Drew. They have the Pacers tonight at home. Then they have the Spurs at home.
Yeah, win.
Then they go to the Wizards. Win.
That's a win.
Then they have the Bucks. They have to go to Milwaukee.
Even if they drop that one, but that's a huge game.
Huge game. Then they have.
You remember the last time the Celtics and the Bucks played?
Yep.
Remember that? Double overtime. I mean, don't think that's not going to be on their mind.
And then you've got the Then they play the Jazz at home. That's a win.
That's a win.
Then they have the 76ers at the 76ers, so that's
the loss.
Then they play the Raptors at home back to back.
They should win both those games.
Yep. And then they turn around and close out with the Hawks at home.
So, I mean, they should go 8-3.
Yep.
7-3. 7-3.
Yep, that's what they should do. The only two really hiccups they've got are the Bucks and the Sixers, and they can.
And if they do that, they may be the number one seed.
Yep, they can get in and do that. But let me see, who does Milwaukee? What is their schedule like? And that will make a difference, I think. The Bucks they're at the Jazz. Then they got to go to the Nuggets.
Ooh, that's great. I mean, they can drop both those games.
Yep. Then they have the Pistons at the road, which is fine. Then they have the Pacers. Pacers is a win. Celtics at home. 76ers at home. So they have.
I mean, if they're going to be lucky to come out of that 2-3.
Yep.
3-2.
Yep. Then they have, because that's going to be ugly. You got that coming up. Then you got to go to the Wizards, which they'll win. Then they got the Bulls at home, which I mean, Bulls are a train wreck right now. Yep. Then you got the Grizzlies at the Bucks. Win. And then they close out on the road at the Raptors. So they could go 5-5, 4-6,
5-5, yeah,
4-6
really easily.
easy.
And if they do that and the Celtics throwing 8-2 on the board, boy, you're right in there.
You're right in there. I mean, right in there. Yeah, it's scary what it can be when it comes down to it. So that's going to be a huge game for them.
And that's not saying what was it. And then you look at the Sixers, what they got coming down the stretch. They could sneak in there.
Yeah, the Sixers. Who do the Sixers have? Let's see what they've got. The Sixers, they have. Ooh, okay. Theirs is tough. They've got to go to the Warriors tonight. Then tomorrow on a back-to-back, they got to go to Phoenix. Then they got to play the Nuggets at home on Monday. So they go Friday at the Warriors, Saturday at the Sixers, and then Monday at the Nuggets.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's tough.
Yeah, then they've got the Mavericks at home.
But you know what? But you know what, dude? I think the Sixers, man, they have a team that they're equipped for the playoffs. But that big man and those guards, I mean, I think that they can win a road playoff series if they had to go somewhere where win a game 7.
Well, I'm gonna tell you what, they've been rolling, bro.
Mm-hmm.
They have been rolling. So, it's just kind of crazy when you look at how good they've been. Because Embiid, dude, if he's not MVP this year, he is just because Jokic is just Jokic. I mean, he just has those numbers. And for those, I was watching Chris Broussard, and he goes, for those people who do analytics, they're going to vote for Jokic every year.
Yep.
They don't go by what they see. The eye test doesn't mean anything to them. They just go by what the analytics say. And he goes, those people are going to vote for him no matter what. And he goes, but when you look at what Jokic, what he has been doing, oh my God, he's just been. Embiid has just been crazy, Drew. What did he average 36 last month or this month? He's averaging 36.
It's crazy.
I mean, and they're on fire. So to me, doesn't that have to play a little bit, or doesn't that have to? Don't you have to go? That's worth something. Your team is rolling. The other team is not rolling. I mean, I just don't, but who knows? Okay, now in the NCAA bracket today, and what happened yesterday as well. It's kind of ugly, bro, when I look at it. Okay, today, past yesterday, Michigan State and Kansas State, what a game that was. Don't you agree?
Yeah, well, I mean, I called that one. I really thought it'd be the game of the tournament.
Yep, you did say that. Early on, you said that. UConn at Arkansas, you called UConn.
Yeah, UConn's tough. They're an inside track. They could win it.
Yeah, everybody believes they have a chance to win it. Okay, then you got Florida Atlantic, Tennessee. You called that the other day, talking about how Tennessee, if they go into a slump, Florida Atlantic is going to get them. And it looks like that's exactly what happened. Now, talk about a choke job. UCLA choked last night.
Yeah, they did.
They choked.
They did. That's terrible.
They choked last night. So now when you look at tomorrow to get into the Final Four, Florida Atlantic and K-State. K-State's a good chance for them to get there, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Because their defense.
Yeah, I really do. And you know what? Man, they might be a team of destiny. Those kids are playing hard.
Yep.
Those two
I like
guards
that team.
are tough. Yes, those guards are tough.
Are you talking about Ben? You talking about Kansas State, Ben?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hi, Shakiri.
Yeah, what's up, bro?
Oh, how you doing, boys?
All right.
Sorry, a little late.
He is.
But yeah,
Line
Drew.
change, boys.
Yeah, but you might be right. That might be it might be a team of destiny. Talking about Kansas State.
Yeah, they're
solid.
They're
solid.
Then on the other side, UConn and Gonzaga, man, that's gonna be a good one too.
Yeah, a couple good games tonight.
Well, that's tomorrow. Tonight, man, we got some games tonight. Oh my God, we have everything tonight. Now, who do you like tonight? What is your picks if you had to come up with one? Who do you like tonight? Alabama, really, to go past San Diego State, but you're taking San Diego State.
I like San Diego State and the points, but I think Alabama's going to figure out a way to squeak one out.
Yeah, what about you, Ben?
I'm on the same as that. I think Alabama's just going to be favored. I mean, they have the best player in the country, so it's going to be hard to get. I mean, it's going to be hard to
he hasn't played well. And he hasn't played well.
Yeah, exactly. I know in the first game he scored 0 points.
Yeah, he's 5.
He still won by whatever.
I think he's 5 for 22. Is what he is.
Yeah. So he'll catch fire at some point. That's going to be dangerous.
Now, Drew, I think I'd really rather watch the Houston Miami game because I think, like you said, Drew, I think they're just going to be running up and down the court.
Mm-hmm.
And how do you
That's
not want
going
to?
to be a hell of a game.
Yeah, how do you not want to play? You have the Final Four at home. You know what I'm saying for Houston?
Yeah,
so
I'm thinking about this. Let's chew on this for a second. If Houston and Texas make the Final Four in Houston, how tough is that Saturday ticket?
Tough.
You're paying you're paying Taylor Swift prices at that.
Yeah.
Stupid money.
Yeah.
Stupid money.
I agree 100%. You know, I mean, but wouldn't it be worth? You kind of want to go to that though, don't you?
100%.
Yeah, I tell you what, I would.
Well, because Houston, well, actually, that's in Kansas City, isn't it?
No, it's in. Well, the Houston Texans. Yeah, it's in Kansas City.
Yeah, it'll be in Kansas City. Yeah, that's where it'll be.
I mean, that's a tough ticket right there.
That's gonna be a tough ticket. Definitely worth rolling up there and trying to get one. Then you got Creighton and Princeton. We talked about that, but we have not talked about Texas and Xavier. We have not talked about that. You didn't even gamble. You didn't even bet on that, Drew.
Yeah, I did. I took Texas. Laying the floor.
Oh, you did. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, you did, didn't you? That's right.
Yep.
And what did you think about that, Ben? Are you jumping all over that or what?
Too many. Yeah, exactly. I'm right there with him. Too many athletes on Texas. I mean, I know they had their coaching issues earlier. I'm sure that's why they might be ranked where they are. You know, a couple losses. You know, doing some things eternally. You know, and so I think, but they have just too many damn athletes. So that team is talented. They should be. I think they should have been a 2 or 3. Not even. I mean, I think they should have been ranked even higher. So I think they got a good drop there.
Yeah, but I agree with you, Drew. That Texas and Houston game, what would that be? Sunday? Well, that's gonna be Sunday, right? That's Sunday.
That's Sunday. It'll be Sunday evening. It'll be the game of the day.
Yeah, that should be the premier because on the other side it would be Alabama versus who is Alabama? Creighton. Yeah. Well, no.
Which is not a great. That'll be a hell of a game.
Let me see.
That'll be a lot of points.
Alabama, Creighton, and then the winner of that. Oh man, that's just ugly. That's ugly. Now NIT, we have to give NIT some love. I mean, so you guys just go ahead. You gotta give them some love, even though our boys are not in it. You still got North Texas,
Wisconsin. I like Wisconsin.
Yeah, you do. You already talked about that, didn't you?
Yeah.
Now, I was sitting there looking in, where is it at right here? UAB and Vanderbilt.
You know, well, that game's over. Vandy lost.
Yeah,
they lost that.
They did not. Yeah, they did not update this thing. So it's UAB against Cincinnati or UAB against Utah Valley.
UAB is the more athletic team. Utah Valley are probably going to have a bigger crowd. I don't know. We'll see. But who else actually shows up out there? But
in Vegas.
I could. Yep. I could see it. I could definitely see it being a good matchup, up and down game.
Yep. So
I don't know a lot about Utah Valley. I've watched UAB play a few times this year. So.
I don't know how the hell they beat Cincinnati anyway. I didn't even watch it. So, but anyway, so you got North Texas and Wisconsin in the finals on one bracket, and then you've got UAB and Utah Valley on the other bracket. You wonder why nobody watches the NIT.
Yeah, no kidding.
I mean, it's sad, but that's facts. Nobody watches them, and it's really sad.
Yeah, we had our chance in Stillwater. I mean, that was kind of it.
Had the shot and just let it go, which is unfortunate.
Mm-hmm.
Now, in NHL action, Ben, the scores in NHL action, it was a full slate yesterday.
It was a long night last night, yeah.
Yeah, it was. You had the Wild and the Flyers 5-4.
Yep. I mean, that was a big point for the Wild. That's kept behind one behind your Stars there.
Yeah.
So, I mean, still losing to the Flyers. But the Flyers, they come out, they battle every night. There's usually a fight, Philadelphia.
Yep.
So
and then
usually something's going on.
Yeah, you got your Bruins 4-2 over the Canadiens. Bruins just continue to roll. Continue to roll.
Yeah, five in a row. Just keep it going.
Yeah, they're going after that record. The Blues, my Drew's Blues took care of the Red Wings 4-2 last
Hey,
night.
man, I'm not a Blues fan anymore. We didn't, we switched. I'm now a Kings fan.
No,
Got that?
It's a good place to be.
Oh my God!
I'm gonna adopt the Kings for the next month, and I'll come back to the Blues next year.
Oh, because the Blues
Yeah,
they mailed it in, so you just said, "No, I'm out," huh?
Yeah, he said, "See ya, we're out."
That's hilarious.
Yep, no, good win for him though.
Yep. Then the Leafs took care of the Panthers, 6-2, 0.9 for the Leafs.
Yeah, yep, it was, and this is actually like a big win in the playoff bracket over here for the Eastern Conference. My apologies. Yeah, so the Panthers, Islanders, and Penguins are all fighting for a spot right now.
Yep.
So that was a big win for the Leafs.
I'm gonna tell you who's rolling. The Rangers right now have got it figured out. 2-1 over the Canes.
Oh, and it was a slugfest too. I mean, it was a hell of a game, that one. Good goaltending, good offense, lots of chances, good battles. I mean, it was pretty much a playoff game. So it was a good one. Breadman had 2 points there. Artemi Panarin, they call him the Breadman. So he had 2 points there, big points there.
And then the Capitals beat the Blackhawks 6-1.
Yep, another point night. We got a goal, so that's good.
We gotta like that. The Senators, god dang, 7-2 over the Bolts. I mean, oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's a little strange. So, like, the Bolts, I figured they were going to be trying to come off this and, because them and the Leafs are fighting for home ice advantage. But, I mean, who really cares when you got Vasilevsky in that? He didn't even play last night. So, I think they're kind of just mailing it in. They're like, we got the playoffs. We're going to rest our guys, and we're just going to get there. That's what it seems like.
Right. And
everybody dresses, but they're kind of just sending it in a little bit.
yeah, and the Predators beat the Kraken in a shootout, 2-1.
Yeah, Saros, that guy for the Predators, he's top notch, probably top 3 to 5 goalies in the world. They keep on just playing themselves out of draft picks. I don't understand them and also the Blackhawks and the Senators. They're all just doing all this stuff. I don't understand why they're winning.
Then the Golden Knights 3-2 over the Flames.
Yeah, I didn't see what happened. I think Jonathan Quick might have got hurt. The guy that I said that got traded. I think he got hurt last night.
Golden Knights could be an outside team for me too. They could be a sleeper team I might root for.
They're great, and I mean, if you've never been to, I've been to a couple of their games. They have the best. They bring it.
Who's better, Ben, the Golden Knights or the Kings?
Right. I mean, if you're going off of okay, so they traded goalies technically. So I like the Golden Knights with the addition of Jonathan Quick. But if you would have asked me 2 weeks ago, I would have went with the Kings.
Okay, right now, when you're looking at the playoff bracket, Ben, I've got the playoff bracket up here. That I'm showing right now. I don't have the Kings in here at all. Oh, wait, here they are. Yes, they are. Right, they're playing the Oilers. Never mind. They're right there. I saw that.
Yeah, that's a winnable first round series right there.
Yeah, well,
and going against McDavid.
Yep.
That's tough.
Well, I mean, the whole thing with them is the number 1 seed. When you look at that, can you see this, Ben, on your phone?
Yep, I got you. No, I got you.
Okay, when you look up at the top, how do you break this down in the Central?
So over here, if I'm looking at the Central, I mean, I really like the Stars against the Kraken. The Kraken are just a little bit they just don't have the veteran leadership that the Stars do. The Stars have the power with Robo up front, Jason Robertson, and they got Otter in net. I think Otter's going to carry them at least to the second round because he's top 3 goalies in the world, I'd say right now. So you got him back there. That's going to be great. But they got to hold on to that one spot. If the Wild take that one spot, if you play the Avalanche, I don't know what's going to happen there. Avalanche are so. Then you got the Wild and the Avalanche on the other side of that central bracket. The Wild are pushing for that number 1 spot really hard right now. And they got Marc-Andre Fleury. He's won a couple Stanley Cups. He's a net for them. So he's great. He's probably top 5 to 10 goalies in the world.
So you think
that Avalanche team.
Yeah, so you think Stars and Wild?
And also, who I'm thinking about also, I mean, I might throw another third team in the mix. I might throw Carolina in there too, just because I like Carolina.
Carolina's a pick.
Carolina's
a pick.
Ben, tell him he just Ben, tell him he just can't just go team to team to team, dude. Pick.
I haven't made 100% full declaration yet of who the playoffs have not started. I've got a couple weeks.
Hey, and watch the Carolina home games. You'll be like, holy crap! Like, get me in there. That place is wild. Yeah. But yeah,
does Armando Bacot play for them too?
No, he does not play for them. Yeah. No, he did not. Bacot did not play for them. Then in the Pacific, Ben.
Yeah, that's like right now. It's going to be changing up. You got Vegas and you got the Jets. I do like the Knights here. I think that's the easy go-to one for that one. The Jets are just kind of falling off the last. I mean, they've almost they're about to miss the playoffs. The Flames might come up and take their spot.
Yeah.
So,
Well, this is just day to
it's
day.
going to be that's going to be a battle. Yeah, it's good. That's for today.
Yeah, just.
But yeah, no, I like Vegas winning no matter which team they play in the first round.
Okay, then we're not even going to talk about your Bruins because we already know they're going to handle their business on their side. But
let's hope so, man. That's a tough matchup. Whoever they get is going to be tough.
Yeah, well, in the Metro, man, the Rangers and Islanders are. Wouldn't that be a crazy matchup with those two going at it?
Taking a bus back to back, they could do some back to back games there. That'd be good. I mean, New Jersey to New York, that's freaking awesome. I mean, I couldn't imagine being in that city for that like matchup right there. It's it goes back to kind of early 2000s, like when they used to hate each other. So that'll be a freaking bloodbath.
That, and you talk about getting tickets for that. Ooh.
Oof, good luck.
Yep. Then in that Eastern Division, you got your Bruins and you got the Leafs and you have the Bolts down there.
Yeah, the Leafs and the Bolts. That'll be, I think, that and the Kings Oilers. Those will, and I mean, honestly, there's a lot of good matchups, but that Bolts and Leafs, it's going to be at the trade deadline. The Leafs picked up, a bunch of meat. They picked up a whole bunch of guys, veterans, grizzly guys that want to get out there and go. They want to go fight. Tampa's had that for years, and so it's going to be a great matchup of these just two powerhouses because Austin Matthews. He's the best, probably American player right now. I know Patrick Kane for the Rangers that got traded. He'll go down as number one all time. But Austin Matthews is trying to catch that, and he plays for Toronto. But it'll be a freaking unreal series.
So you're worried about
we'll have to get together.
Right, you worried about your Bruins matchup though?
Yeah, not in the first round. Second round, I'll be worried, 100%, especially if it's Toronto.
Okay, all right, just checking on it. Now, that being said, the OSU. They wanted me to promote them a little bit. Of course, the OSU Metro Alumni Chapter for their golf tournament.
Awesome.
Of course, is at Oak Tree National, at Oak Tree Golf Club. And of course, I had to take a picture of the Oak Tree National Golf. I mean, that course is so beautiful.
What is it? What is this for?
This is the OSU Alumni Chapter for the golf tournament. It's April. It's Monday.
We got to do that, don't
we? April 17th. I'm working on the.
Yeah, I won't be here. I'll be in Mexico.
Oh, so you're gonna be back for that Friday though?
Yeah, I'll be back. I get back at like 11:30 on Thursday night. I'll probably still be drunk.
Yeah, you still be drunk. It'll be fine.
I hope so.
Well, it'll be fine because
man, I don't know. We need to double check that date.
Anyway, so anyway, for everyone, here's all the information. If you want to donate, it's $675 per team and $195 per person. So if you're an OSU alumni and you want to play in the tournament and you want to play at Oak Tree, hey, by all means, jump in. It's a beautiful course, and of course, a bunch of orange and black there, so it would be fantastic for those.
That'll sell out quick too, so you better get on there.
Yep, it definitely will. It's full every year.
Man, you pay $200 play Oak Tree. That's a pretty good deal.
Yep, not a bad deal at all.
Yeah, especially with all the stuff that's going to come with it too.
Yeah, so I'm trying to get the commander to take care of us on that, bro.
Man. See, I'm always out of town. I'm never here for these things.
Hey, Ben, is that our fault because he's out of town? Is that our fault, Ben?
No, it's gonna be one of us.
You know what I'm saying?
Probably.
Hey, it's probably really April 17th of 2024.
Oh my God, bro! Let it go, Jesus! I know I'm gonna be dealing with this.
You should have been a part of some of the back and forth that was going on this morning. It's pretty funny.
Anyway, Ben. Okay, we're done for the day. We're getting off the phone. I'm not dealing with this. I got to deal with it in a text message. Thank God that the guys hadn't called in. And by the way, guys, if you have any questions in the future,
Sanchez butt fumble made an appearance.
People, I am so sorry, fans of the Unpopular Hour, that I have Drew Hinthorn of HuskerDrewPicks.com. I am sorry that he is a part of this. I tried to bring some civility by having High Stick Harry come on to kind of balance him out, but it doesn't look like it's working well at all.
It's Friday, folks. It's been a long week. Friday.
It is.
Here.
And it's going to be a long day for me, too. I've got to be at the gym from basically 3:30 to 10 o'clock tonight. And from
come out and see me tonight. I'll be bellied up at Louis on the Lake, watching Creighton, rooting on the Jays.
Nice.
Well, we know where Ben will be. Ben will be at Cat's Tavern.
I'll be working at the
You'll
old
be a
Cash
cash
Tower,
tavern,
but
man.
Hey, I may see you later tonight, man. I mean, I come in. I'm gonna have to go home and change into my Laker hat.
Oh my
There you
God.
go.
All right.
Bring it with you.
Man, he's just
Yep.
he's just a mess, man. He really is. He really is a mess. He really is. So that being said, hey, thank you guys. Hey, remember, go check out my guy, Drew Hinthorn of HuskerDrewPicks.com. See, I slid that in, Ben. See how nice I was. See how nice I am, Ben. I tried to let him slide in there and do his little
That's a nice alley-oop right there, Matt. That's a nice pass. That might be his first pass you've thrown ever in your life.
Tee it up. Tee it up.
Ben, you're not helpful at all, bro. You came on late, first of
No,
all.
I don't.
Your line change was terrible.
I mean, I don't know. Did you register an assist at Oklahoma State?
Wow, really? Really? I'm pretty sure I was the all-time leading assist leader when I left, and for career and season. Pretty sure.
I was trying to as a plug for you.
No, that is not what you was doing. That is not what you was doing. Don't tell no lies.
He teed it up for you. He gave you a soft. He gave you a soft
I knew you were going to say that. You probably got the program. You probably should have got the program sitting in front of you.
Wow, really?
What was your last home game? Was it Iowa State? Was your last home game? What was your last home game?
I have no idea. I have no idea.
Yeah.
No, I don't.
All right.
Well, my dad was probably there with his chest painted. So
yeah, that was back in the day. That's when the students. That's back when the students were on the court. The whole bottom level was all students.
Yeah.
It was insane. They were crazy.
I mean, I was like 9 years old.
Well, your parents weren't letting you camp out.
I wasn't born.
They would camp out the night before games and stuff, before big games, because it was first come, first serve in the whole bowl. The whole down. It was first come, first serve. So,
Matty, 93 was a good year. Just
you know what?
Anyway,
people, I'm done for this year. I'm done for right now for today's show. I hope you guys are having a wonderful Friday. I am done with both of these guys right now. So for the rest of y'all,